Keeping up with everything happening in your industry is impossible. That's why we built Signals, your AI-powered monitor that watches the entire internet for you and only surfaces what actually matters. We turn the world's information into real-time structured insights so you can move with clarity and confidence. So you just describe what you want to track and Signals would do the rest. It will find the right information even when the exact words do not appear. It will find that information and deliver it to you instantly. Signals gives you the ability to spot important events faster than anybody else. So how does it work? So simply describe what you want. For example, Nike brand mentions, you click enter and you create your signal and you will get something like this where real-time data is going to flow right into your dashboard in here. You're going to see everything you want. You can edit your signal and you can get this delivered in real time right into your email inbox or any connector like Slack or Salesforce. So how to set up a signal? Firstly, head over to perigon.io and you will land on the Perigon landing page in here where you can input your natural language for setting up and creating your first signal. So for example, for me, I want to track AI company funding rounds. So you can put that in natural language in here and AI will do the rest. So just go ahead and click enter and this will go ahead and start the signal creation process for you. And if it needs any clarification, like this one, it will ask you questions. So for example, are you looking to track every funding round involving AI companies, or are you interested in specific regions, company types, or notable events? And this will help you fine tune your prompts and query for your signal even more. So for example, for me, I'm only going to say only track US companies. Okay, I'm going to click enter and this will send it to the agents, of course, and you can chat with it. You can ask more questions and stuff. It's just like a normal AI agent and you can talk about this. So after you're done clarifying this, it will start creating your signal and fine tuning it. It will like fetch the articles, the relay for that, extract an event and all that kind of things. And it will start also giving you a preview of the events that were happening in the previous couple of days. And there you go. So now it generated a plan for us and it gave us a sample from December 18, 10:40 a.m. to December 18, 1:05 p.m. So just like a couple hours in here, about like 2 hours. And it already found like 4 events already regarding OpenAI, Informed IQ, Drive Health, and another OpenAI funding round. So as clearly seen here, it gives you like the company name, the funding amount, the funding round type, the lead investor name in here, for example, the Walt Disney Company, the source that you got the information from in here, and like published dates and all that kind of stuff. And you can manage this even more by going ahead and clicking on the data. So if you click on the data in here, you're going to know or see the fields that are populated for your like signal data, and you can add many more fields. So if you click on show all in here, there's plenty of suggested fields in here. For example, the valuation, if you don't know like the valuation of the current company that got the investments. So it's going to be like provide insights on company's market worth after the funding round. For example, I want to know about use of funds. So I click on that, for example, use of funds in here. Or maybe you want to know something else. Maybe I want to know like CEOs, like involved CEOs in this funding round kind of thing. So if I click on this, AI will go ahead and generate the description for me right away without me needing to type it. But of course, I can change and update this however I need. So for example, it's going to tell me names of the chief executive officers, CEOs of US-based artificial intelligence companies involved in the founding rounds. Okay, so if you're cool with these new fields that you've added, you can go ahead and click on update preview. It will go ahead and try to extract those in real time for you, so you get a preview of exactly what your signal is going to look like. So after we have updated our signal data in here, as clearly as in here, we've got new data. For example, for OpenAI, we've got the valuation of OpenAI, 750 billion USD. We've got also the use of funds, like what the fund is going to be used. The fund is going to compute an infrastructure for frontier model development and data center build-outs. The CEOs that I added as a custom field, there's Sam Altman. The same thing for the other one. For example, there's Drive Health in here. It tells you the use of funds, the CEOs as well. For example, for valuation here, because it's not disclosed, it's going to tell you not disclosed. So you get exactly what you need and exactly the way you want it. And of course, it's going to be in real time. Of course, you can access more filters in here as well. So if you click more, you can edit the location, source groups, different sources, languages in here. You can choose from many languages of like what the data should look like, and the content types in it, whether it should be like opinion, non-news, roundup, paid news, and stuff like that. And you can apply the filters and they should go ahead and give you a preview of your signal. Once you're sure your signal is good, you go ahead and click on save signal, and this will go ahead and create a signal right into your Perigon account. So of course, it will start monitoring everything regarding like US AI company funding rounds, and it will notify you as soon as it finds them. So to get timely real-time notifications, you need to go ahead and set up delivery methods. So there are many delivery methods in here. The most common ones are email. So you can add an email. If you select email, you click on this, we'll get I'm adding my email. You can add as many emails as you want, and you can choose from plenty of templates as well, customizing the email you would receive, or webhooks in here. So click on a webhook. This will send you a webhook event right into your backend server, so you can process this even more deeply. directly, and you'll get this in real time. For connectors, there's plenty of connectors from like Asana, there's Google Docs, Notion, maybe if you want to create a page once this happens, or send a Slack message if you want to, Google Drive, there is Salesforce if you want to push this into your sales, kind of like funnels, Trello, Airtable, and many, many more. Of course, clicking on each one of these is going to give you a setup instructions on how to set up for each one of these and link your account, and it will send you the notifications in real time. Oh yeah, and if you ever want to edit your signal, you can go and just click on edit, chat with your AI agents in here, and you can edit a signal however you like it to be. Now, for the signal use cases, there are many, many use cases you can use this for. You can check out the signals page in here for like templates and examples of different use cases. For example, we want to continuously track specific sector for funding rounds, capture companies, investors, and amounts, or you want to do brand and PR. You want to crisis alerts for a specific brand, let's say for your company, or maybe you're interested in investing, so you track a specific sector market for moving events, or risk and compliance. You can monitor regulations or track suppliers. Many, many more can be done in here from just one interface, and of course with the power of AI agents and natural language, you can do a lot of cool things. Let's look under the hood of the Perigon Signals engine. So first, let's understand the traditional information gathering and insight discovery. So how you usually do that without signals. Of course, first, you as a user need to go ahead and actually try to gather as many information as possible. And that's by doing web search like Google, Bing, visiting news websites, going through hundreds of websites, which is very tiring, or you look into social media nowadays, which is a lot of it, there's fake news, misinformation, and it's very hard to find really valuable insights inside of there. Or maybe you're interested about industry reports. You gotta go ahead and read those and keeping up to date with newsletters as well. So all of this information, you have to gather it, and of course it's gonna be like overloaded with noise. After doing that, you have to do manual filtering and analysis, discard data that are no longer relevant or are outdated. And after spending a lot of time and manual work, you end up with potentially delayed or incomplete insights. So that's how we usually do it. But if we move into the Perigon Signals engine that we developed, it makes things a lot simpler. So you just set up a signal and you forget about it. So behind the scenes, Perigon has global sources of more than 200,000 websites it watches daily for any news, any updates, any articles. Of course, that's thanks to our web crawler network that is distributed throughout the entire internet, entire globe, to make sure it gets instant information from those 200,000 sources, and it gets passed down into our AI engine in here that's going to understand and extract actual contextual intelligence and exactly what's happening from a context level. Of course, we have this smart dispatcher in here that's going to be dispatching these specific events that you've gathered throughout your signal, your Perigon signal, and the smart dispatcher in here is going to send that to a delivery system, which will deliver it to your delivery methods like an email, webhooks, or connectors. Connectors like Slack, Google Docs, and many, many more. And of course, eventually, you will receive contextual intelligence and you will act upon these insights in real time. So instead of me just explaining it, you need to see the power yourself. Build your own signals now at Perigon.io.